If your Fire Stick feels slower than before, then it's not your device. It's Amazon have now quietly changed things in the background, which affects the overall performance of your device. So with that being said, let me show you 10 things I recommend everybody does on their device to make sure the device runs as optimally as possible. The first one is to disable video autoplay. This setting alone makes your device feel slow before you even open up any application. When you press the home button, you may see in the background video start auto playing, and because of that, this definitely causes your device to slow down and run out of memory. Now to turn that off, just go over to your settings, go over to where it says preferences. Let's click on that, click on featured content and turn both of these two off. As soon as you've done that, those videos will now no longer load in the background, saving you valuable memory and bandwidth on your device. The next one is to limit notifications on your device. Now, these may look like harmless notifications, but again, over time, they start slowing your device down. You can see on my device, I have 7 notifications running in the background. Now to configure these, if you press the context key, which is the one with the 3 lines, let's press that. Go to where it says manage, and you can now see all of the applications installed on your device and if they're allowed to give you notifications. So I'm personally not interested in any of these applications. Really, I don't really care about notifications from any of them, but you can individually turn them off. What I personally like to do, if I go back again, let's go to preferences, let's go to notification settings, and here you can just click on do not interrupt. And that basically means you'll now no longer see any notifications on your device. And it just means those things will not be running in the background, giving you the best possible performance. Next up, we want to turn off any kind of data monitoring. This basically means that your device is now sending information back to Amazon, even when you're not using the device. And we also want to turn off interest-based adverts because Amazon monitors what you're watching, so they can then serve you adverts based on that. So I want to turn both of these options off. To do that, now if you go to the settings, let's go back to preferences again. Let's click on the privacy settings. And here we can see we have collect app usage data. And if you care about your privacy, these should all be switched off. So double check, turn them off. Also go into the manage sharing from apps and also turn this off because we don't want Amazon sharing any information about any of the applications installed on our device. The next one is to remove unused applications on your device. I know it sounds fairly obvious, but you'll be surprised that with the amount of applications we install on our streaming devices, especially if you like to test out, tinker, try different applications, over time, more applications are running on your device, they're consuming storage, they may be running things in the background, and because of that, again, your device will get slower and slower over time. So again, go to your settings, go to applications, go to manage install applications, and you can now see all of the applications installed on your device. Double check and make sure that you are using all these applications. Anything that you're not using, like for example, I'm not using this, press the select button there, go to uninstall. That will then uninstall that from your device. It will free up that space. And if this application was ever running any background services or running any background notifications, all of them will now be automatically removed. So lots of things in here I've been testing out. Here, for example, we can see this thing here, brand new version. Works great. So because of that, I can now remove this one here. Again, press the select button there, go to uninstall, and that will then uninstall that from my device. So that's the next thing to check out on your streaming device. Next one is to clear the cache on your Fire Stick. So if you've never done this before, this could be a reason why certain applications are now running much slower than before. Now to do that, we can then go to the settings. We actually have 2 options. So you can go to applications. You can now go to the manage install applications. And here, for example, you can see if I have a certain application that maybe over time is now got a lot slower, or maybe it's problematic, maybe it's not running properly, the best thing you can do, or the quickest thing you can do, is just clear the cache on it. So here, for example, we can see this application here has a cache of 31 meg. I can click on that and you can select the option clear cache. So we're not clearing the data. So if there's anything regarding usernames, passwords, your settings, all of those are retained. It's just the cache, the temporary storage that the application uses. So I can click on clear cache and we've now cleared the cache. Now, if you do find that you've got lots of applications and you want to clear the cache of all of them with one click, you can also do that now by pressing back. And you can now see we have a top level option which says clear the cache on all of the installed applications on my device. So you can maybe do this once a month, once every couple of months, just to keep your device running as optimally as possible. So let's click on that. And you can see now it even does a calculation that on my device, I've got over 400 megs of cache in all my different applications. Now with one click, it'll go ahead and clear all of that down on my device. So definitely something I do recommend once in a while, just to keep your device running as smooth as possible. The next one is probably something that I do recommend, that if you're going to do one thing, this is the one thing that I recommend everybody does on their device. It really is just the best way to give yourself a performance boost and make sure that your device gives you the best streaming performance. That's basically just doing a proper hard restart. And the reason why I say proper is these Firesticks never properly shut down. Even when you stop your streaming session, they may go to sleep, but all of those processes, all of those things are still running in the background. And because of that, your device will definitely get slower over time. And the proper way to fix that is to make sure you do a hard restart. And the quickest way to do that is just to hold down the play button and the select button just for 7 seconds. So let's hold them down. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see you'll get a message saying that your device is now restarting. And this really is the best way you can give your device a fresh start. Maybe do this before you start your streaming session, just to ensure that your device doesn't suffer from buffering or anything like that. And just while you're waiting, guys, if you're interested in more Firestick videos, more Android TV tips and tricks, really just how to get the most from your cord cutting device, please double check and make sure you are subscribed with all notifications, as that really helps support the channel. Thank you. Okay, my device is now restarted. Now definitely give it a good performance boost. The next tip I do recommend, that if you are regularly using your device, is to make sure that you are running the latest version of the OS. Typically Amazon may make some crazy changes in their updates, but just to ensure that you have got the latest from a security perspective, it is always advisable to go to settings, go to where it says My Fire TV, click on that, go to about, go on check for updates. And we can see now, as of the 24th of January, my device is running the latest update. So do double check, because sometimes these updates do contain bug fixes. Certain Amazon applications may be consuming more memory than normal, and these updates will actually address and fix those problems. So worthwhile double checking just to make sure that you are running the latest update. The next one is to ensure that your Firestick is not running more applications in the background. Sometimes when you exit from an application, or in most cases you just press the home button, because of that application is still running in the background and it's basically slowing your Firestick down. The best way to address that is to install the free application called Background Apps and Process List. It looks exactly like this. Open that up, and this will now do a quick count and show you how many things are running in the background. And we can see on my device, we have 69 applications open. So pretty shocking. So you can imagine all those applications trying to fight for resources, trying to take over your memory, trying to take over your CPU. That will definitely slow your device down. Now the quickest way we can close them all down is go to the top where it says close multiple. Let's press the select button there. Now I can now click on select remaining. This will now select all 69 applications in my case. Now I can click on close chosen apps. This will now take you to the app settings of each of those applications. Now I can now click on force stop, press the back button, go to force stop, press the back button. You get the idea, guys. Keep doing that. Keep clicking on force stop. Now quickly stop all these things running in the background. Now on the Android TV devices, there's actually an application called the TDUK app killer, which will allow you to close all these applications just with one single click. So if you do have one of those devices, Android TV or Google TV, double check the Play Store, search for TDUK, and you can get the application directly from there. But on the Amazon devices, it is a manual process. You can go through and make sure you force stop, which will then automatically free up that memory on your device. The last one is throwing in the towel. Maybe you've tried all of the tips, but your device keeps on buffering, never seems to improve, and it really is just causing you lots of issues. Well, in that scenario, you can always do a factory reset. This will basically wipe out all of your applications. It will uninstall everything, and it'll basically be like the first day you got your Firestick or Fire TV. It is pretty drastic, but in many cases, it can drastically speed up your device, because you may just have so many things running in the background. You may just have so many applications. You may also have storage issues. All of them can be relieved by just doing a quick factory reset. To do that, just go over to the settings, go to My Fire TV, and you can see here there's an option which says reset to factory defaults. Click on that, and this will then wipe out everything, giving you a fresh new Firestick or Fire TV. So, and the last tip, which is just a bonus tip, I do recommend that on all of your streaming devices, you should be using a VPN just for your own privacy, just for your own protection, and most importantly, to ensure that your ISP can't throttle you, because your ISP is monitoring. They do know what you're doing on your device. Certain streaming applications always seem to buffer because your ISP is actually throttling you. The easy way to fix that is to activate your VPN, which then encrypts all of your traffic. Once your traffic is encrypted, nobody can monitor you, your ISP can't see what you're doing, and you really can just unlock an entire world of streaming. I personally recommend IPVanish. It's the fastest VPN I've ever used, and it gives you unlimited devices. So you buy it once and you can install it on as many devices as you have. So all of your Fire Sticks, all of your laptops, your phones, your tablets, your computers, all of them can be covered with a single account, giving you total protection on all of your devices. Using my link does help support the channel, so many thanks for doing that. You can quickly scan the QR code or leave me a comment below and I'll give you my special discount code. So I really appreciate your support. Do like and share this video, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.